everyone, Wayne from the CERN Earth and Space Center here. In today's video we're going to be taking a quick look at what we can find in our nighttime skies throughout the month of November, and take a look at some of the bright stars, shapes, and objects you'll be able to see throughout this month. So without any further ado, let's load up our Sky Simulator software and jump right in. So here we are, standing in front of the CERN Earth and Space Center at Triton College in River Grove, Illinois. And we have our date set for November 15th, so right in the middle of the month, which will give us a good idea of what we'll see throughout the month. And we have our time set a little bit earlier than usual in the evening. We have our time set right now for about 5 o'clock, which, as you can see, is just around twilight, so just before or right around the time that the sun is setting. And the reason that we have our time set earlier than normal is because there's something very interesting that you can see right now. If you turn a little bit, we're facing west right now towards the building. If you turn a little bit towards the southwest, where the setting sun is, you will see a very bright object here. And that is actually the planet Venus. It's within the constellation of Sagittarius in the sky, but you won't be able to see Sagittarius right now because there's too much sunlight left. But you will be able to see the planet Venus very easily in the sky as the sun is setting. It's very close to the sun, only the second planet from the sun, and so it kind of follows the sun around a little bit. And so you can usually see it in the evening as the sun is setting, or in the morning as the sun is rising. And right now it is in the evening time. It is often called the evening star, and it will be quite visible. So definitely get out there and take a look at that a little bit before sunset. But then if we wait until it gets nice and dark so we can see all of the other cool things, we'll fast forward time a little bit here. We're going to go a couple hours after the sun sets. We'll just jump ahead to 7 o'clock in the evening. And that's a really good time because now we can see all of that twilight is gone. There's not a lot of light pollution from the sun. We do still have all of our light pollution from the city, but that's okay. We can still see some very cool things out there. And facing towards the west at 7 o'clock, we can see, if we look a little bit higher up in the sky, we have 3 very bright stars. That's our summer triangle. We can see Aquila, the eagle. We have Vega in Lyra, the harp. And we have Deneb in Cygnus, the swan. And those are summertime constellations, but the middle of November is very much in the middle of autumn, heading into wintertime. But because it starts to get darker earlier in the evening as we go deeper into wintertime, then you could still see some of the summertime stars because it's nice and dark early enough before they set on the horizon. If you went outside around 10 o'clock, like we do in the summertime, then you wouldn't really be able to see these stars. They would be well below the horizon, and you won't be able to find them. And even as it is, as we go deeper into wintertime, even if you went out at 7 o'clock, say in the middle of January, you wouldn't be able to find these groups of stars. So it's just because the sun is setting a little bit earlier for us, we can still see some of our summertime stars, and they're nice and bright and really easy to spot. But we do still have our autumn objects for us to take a look at, so let's clear our summer triangle here. As we turn and face towards the south-southwest, we'll see that Venus has set along with the sun, but we do have a couple other planets that we can find out there. Jupiter, this very bright one here, and Saturn are both going to be visible for a while yet. We can see they're heading towards the southwest. They're going to set on the horizon and won't be visible at nighttime in about another month or so. But for right now, you can still find them in the southwestern part of the sky, right around 7 o'clock in the evening. And then if we look higher up in the sky, we can see we have our bright moon, and we have some of our favorite autumn time stars here. We have this nice great big square high up in the sky. That is the great square of Pegasus, the flying horse, who we can see here. I'll bring up the artwork so we can see that horse as well. There we go. You can see he's flying through the sky upside down, kind of doing a barrel roll in there. And Pegasus is one of the characters in our favorite autumn story in the stars, and that is the myth of Perseus and Andromeda. And we can see many of those stars in the sky tonight as well. We have Andromeda, the princess, is going to be right here. Let's bring up the artwork for her. And then not too far away from her, we have her mother, Cassiopeia, who's pretty much always visible in the sky. She's a circumpolar constellation along with her husband, King Cepheus. Let me see if I can find the right one. There he is. It's King Cepheus, Queen Cassiopeia, and their daughter Andromeda. the sacrificial princess, and their son-in-law, Perseus, the slayer of Medusa. All of these are going to be visible in the sky tonight. We have many characters from the same myth, the same story from ancient Greece. And if you want to hear that story, we have a video about that, one of our Stories in the Stars series. So please go ahead and watch that video. It's a really interesting story, and it uses a lot of characters that you can find in the nighttime sky in the autumn right now. We also have a nice bright moon here just below Pegasus on November 15th, but the moon obviously changes throughout the month. It's not always going to be in the same spot. But for right now, on the 15th, it is just below Pegasus, and you'll see it's not quite full as we zoom in a little bit, but it's almost there. It's going to be nice and bright and easy to see. And that's just a quick idea of some of the bright stars and shapes that you can find in the sky during the month of November. So get out there, take a look at some of those stars, and take a look at some of those planets as well, because it's not always that you get 3 planets that you can look at in the nighttime sky. Well, thank you everyone for taking a look at the November skies with me today. Just a quick reminder that we are now open to the public, doing shows every Saturday night. We have a planetarium show and a laser light show. There's more information about the times and what we're showing on our website at triton.edu/Cernan, and there'll be a link to that in the description. So please come and visit us. We'd love to see you in person and teach you all about what you can find in the sky face to face. Hope to see you soon, but until then, remember to get out there and take a look at your nighttime skies.